Hello, this is PMonkey1983. I said I was going to do a proper update on my last video. So first of all, I'm going to show you all the DVDs that I've picked up in the last month or so. So I'm going to start with the DVDs and then I'll do the Blu-rays, and I'll attach that to this video as well. So first up, mainly these are charity shop pickups. I don't normally. Well, lately I've found myself going more and more into charity shops, which I don't normally do, but it's a great place to pick up DVDs, and especially the British Heart Foundation, which is just down by me. They sell DVDs for 99p. So there's a few of these are the ones that I picked up in the British Heart Foundation. So first up is the Sylvester Stallone film Driven, starring Sylvester Stallone, Burt Reynolds, and Stella Warren, who she was a model. She was in the Planet of the Apes remake, so she's in that. That was 99 pence. It's not the best film ever made, but it's got Stallone in it, and it's got Burt Reynolds in it, and it's directed by Rennie Harlin, who did Die Hard 2 and Cutthroat Island. But he also did Long Kiss Goodnight and a very good film called Mindhunters, which has got Christian Slater in it and Val Kilmer, which is about FBI profilers. So yeah, this is an ad. I can add this to the Stallone collection and to the Rennie Harlin collection. So that's the first one. Second is the Pierce Brosnan Jeffrey Rush film directed by John Borman. It is The Tailor of Panama. Again, this was 99p in a charity shop. I've not seen this one, so I can't tell you much about it. All I know is that it's based on a John le Carre novel, and it's a spy thriller that's a little bit the opposite of a Bond film for Mr. Pierce Brosnan, who is there. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. Hopefully that'll be pretty cool. And it's got Jamie Lee Curtis in it and a very, very young Daniel Radcliffe before Harry Potter. So that's The Tailor of Panama. Next up, from Charity Shop, we have Ron Howard's Bleak, kind of gothic western, starring Cate Blanchett and Tommy Lee Jones. It's The Missing. Now, I saw this years ago. I say years ago, it's like 2005 it came out. I saw this when it came out, quite enjoyed it, was meaning to pick it up, so for 99p in a charity shop, bargain. So that's yeah, that's the Missing. And I also have, sorry, I should have put these in order before I did it. The John Wayne war film, The Sands of Iwo Jima. Again, big fan of John Wayne, big fan of war films. Looking forward to checking this one out. This one looks like it could be a corker of a flick. So yeah, there's the Sands of Iwo Jima. Again, this was 99 pence, and it's all the discs that I've picked up are actually in almost perfect condition. There's almost nothing on them. So yeah, quite chuffed with that for 99p. Then we have, this one was a bit more expensive from a charity shop because it was a different charity shop. This was from the I can't remember where it was from. Scope, possibly? Maybe not Scope. It was one of them. But it's the film Boiling Point with Dennis Hopper and Wesley Snipes. Again, haven't seen this before. Don't know if it's any good. But it's got a good cast in it with Wesley Snipes, Dennis Hopper, Viggo Mortensen's in it, and Dan Hedaya as well from many different films. So looking forward to checking that out. It might not be very good, it might be pretty cool, who knows, we don't know until we check it out. So then up onto the pickups from Blockbuster. Well, actually, first of all, I picked this up in Tesco's for £5. It's The Man with the Iron Fists. Let me take the thing off. Unfortunately you can't see it very well because of the lighting, but it's The Man with the Iron Fist. You still see I haven't watched it yet. One film I do want to see, it's on Sky Movies at the moment, so I'm avoiding it on there so I can watch it on a bigger television through my Blu-ray player, and so I can upscale the picture. So there is The Man with the Iron Fists. Then we have from Blockbuster, which is where I work, by the way. First of all, Taken 2. Now, I know I hate this film. I say I hate this film. I didn't like it the first time I watched it. But this is the extended, harder cut. Hopefully it'll be better than the theatrical cut which I watched. I love Taken 1. Taken 1 I think is a fantastic action film. This was a big pile of poo when I first watched it, but for a fiver, I thought, you know what, I'll give it a second chance for a fiver. So yeah, there we go, Taken 2. Films that add to the Clint Eastwood collection. I'm going to show a couple of Clint Eastwood films as well. The first one is In the Line of Fire, directed by Wolfgang Peterson and starring good old Clint, Rene Russo and John Malkovich. A very good film. I've been meaning to pick it up for a while. Again, it's one I've seen countless times, and this is the collector's edition on DVD. So I'm quite chuffed to pick that up. So these, this was in the 5 for £5 offer in Blockbuster, so quite pleased to pick that up. Next up, we have, if I can find it, the Brian Usner film, Progeny, starring Arnold Vosloo. Again, another one I've not seen, but I'm a big fan of Brian Usner. I love Society. I love the work he did with Stuart Gordon on Reanimator. So yeah, quite chuffed I got this for, again, in the same deal. I mean, the light's not very good, unfortunately. So I mean, you're trying to use the light from outside because otherwise it goes really, really dark. So that's Progeny. Should probably find a better light source. From Dusk Till Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter. I have From Dusk Till Dawn 1, which is one of my all-time favourite films, and From Dusk Till Dawn 2, which is not one of my all-time favourite films. So now I finally have From Dusk Till Dawn 3 to make up a trilogy. So there we go, that's The Hangman's Daughter, starring Michael Parks and Tamara Morrison, the guy who played Jango Fett in the Star Wars prequels. So yeah, there we go, there's that one. Then we have Critters 1 to 3. Nope. 1 to 4, sorry. Again, not a huge fan of the Critters films, but for £4 in the 5 for tenner, so it works out £2. 4 films is pretty bang on. It's a pretty good bargain. So yeah, quite chuffed with that. We'll be checking those out at some point. Film I have not seen in years and years and years, and one I've always thought was very funny. It's Dan Aykroyd, John Candy film, The Great Outdoors. Again, a very good film. I've not been able to find it for a while. Directed by Howard Deutsch, who did what's the film? Some Kind of Crazy. Written by John Hughes, starring Eric Stoltz. So yeah, this is a film I've been looking for a while. Glad I picked it up. Again, £2 in the 5 for £10 offer. So that's that one. Next up, Robert De Niro's directorial debut is A Bronx Tale, starring Robert De Niro and Chaz Palminteri. Again, it's been years and years and years and years since I saw this. I vaguely remember it, but not hugely. So quite looking forward to revisiting this one again for the first time in quite a long time. So yeah, that's Bronx Tale. Then we have a Michael Biehn film from 19 something. Which is Time Bomb. So yeah, next up is the Michael Biehn film Time Bomb, starring Michael Biehn and Patsy Kensit. Again, another one I've never seen, so this is a blind buy. But I do like these like mid 90s or early 90s action films. So yeah, it could be pretty good, could be pretty shit. Never know. So there's that one. Now, what I've been really wanting to see for a while, I did record it on Sky Plus over Christmas because it was on Channel 5, but I haven't seen it. I didn't get around to watching it. So hopefully with this I will. It's actually Stephen King's Bag of Bones. It's 2 hours and 36 minutes. I love Stephen King miniseries. I love The Stand. I love Langoliers. I love especially Storm of the Century. I think is a fantastic miniseries. So kind of looking forward to checking out Bag of Bones. And then finally from the 5 for 10 is The Little Mermaid. I know, I've shown action movies, horror movies, sci-fi movies, and kung fu movies, and now I'm showing a child's movie. And the reason I picked this up is because The Little Mermaid is like fucking gold dust trying to get hold of a copy, and this was traded in to Blockbuster and I managed to pick it up for £2 in the 5 for 10 offer, which is freaking awesome. I know it's just been re-released on DVD, but I'm so glad I picked this one up because it's the 2-disc special edition, and I've not seen it for years, so quite glad I've managed to pick it up. So yep, there we go, that's The Little Mermaid. Right, a couple of online purchases. Oh, this one as well. Got this from work as well in the Perfect Partners deal, where if you rent or buy anything in store, you can get a specific film for only a £5. So I picked up Texas Chainsaw, 2013 or 2012. Something. I'm not a huge fan of the Texas Chainsaw movies, but I give this a shot for a £5. So quite chuffed I picked that up. And yeah, it's not Blu-ray or anything, but I still think it's a pretty cool pickup. So I really like the cover as well. It's very grindhousey 70s type of thing. So looking forward to checking that out. Right, so yeah, these are some better light over here. So these next ones are online purchases, and some my brother picked up for me. First up is another Stephen King miniseries. Actually, it's Stephen King's Rose Red. Now it's been years since I saw this. Again, I really liked it. I used to own the DVD, but I stupidly got rid of it a long time ago, and I really don't know why. But yeah, there we go. That's Stephen King's Rose Red. This is, how long is this one? 2 hours, 245 minutes. So yeah, it's quite long. 2 discs, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Slipcase is a bit knackered, but it was like 66p, so there's not too much of a tragic loss there. And this one is also based on Rose Red, but this is the prequel to Rose Red. It's the Diary of Ellen Rimbauer. I've never seen this. It's always one I wanted to watch because I really liked Rose Red, but never got around to watching this one. So I picked this up on Amazon for about 13p, I think it was. So looking forward to watching Rose Red and then watching that after it instead of beforehand. So these are some more Clint Eastwood films now. First up is Bronco Billy. This is part of the Clint Eastwood collection from Warner Brothers. This is an American DVD. This has been, again, years and years and years since I've seen this film. I can't really remember much about it apart from the fact that it's kind of a western, but not a western. It's an odd one. So looking forward to checking that out again when I get a chance. I have seen this one. I watched this one a couple of weeks ago. Again, I think it's a great film, and it's quite an underrated Clint film as well. It's Pink Cadillac with Bernadette Peters and there's someone else in it as well. Can't remember who else. Now my mind has gone completely blank. No, can't remember. Oh, Jeffrey Lewis is in it. Well, which is not that much of a shock. Jeffrey Lewis is in quite a lot of Clint Eastwood movies. So there's that one. And the last Clint movie of the day is a film he made with Burt Reynolds and Richard Benjamin, who, if you don't know, was in Westworld. He was the guy who was chased through the different theme parks by Yul Brynner's Terminator, basically. This one is City Heat, starring Clint Eastwood, Burt Reynolds, Jane Alexander, Irene Cara, Rip Torn, Richard Roundtree, Tony Lobianco, and Madeleine Carr, which is a really good cast in it. So again, one I've never seen, one I'm hoping to watch fairly soon, and another 3 Clint films added to the Clint Eastwood collection. Clint Eastwood's my favourite film star. I think he made some absolutely astounding films, action-wise. So yeah, that's the DVDs. Trying to see if there's anything else I've missed. Oh yeah, 2 seconds. Hold on, come in. I forgot how many discs there were. Hey, totally forgot about these. TV show. In fact, we've got 2 TV shows. We have Terra Nova, the complete series. Got this for a £5 in the same perfect partners as I did with Texas Chainsaw, and I also did the same with Taken 2. And that is the complete series 1, all 13 episodes from before it got cancelled, unfortunately. I don't know why they cancelled it, because it was so good. I really enjoyed that. And season 1, all 22 episodes are grim. Now, I quite enjoyed this, actually. Well, I haven't watched it all yet. So far, I'm only on disc 2. But I'm actually quite enjoying it. It's like a slightly more violent Buffy, which is pretty good. And then we have another Disney film. Again, I was going to buy this when I bought Little Mermaid, but I ended up not buying it at the same time. I bought it a week before. It's Aladdin, the 2-disc special edition. Includes a virtual magic carpet ride. How wonderful. So yeah, there we go, that's Aladdin. Then we have American Gangster extended edition. Good film. Not the best gangster film ever made, but still pretty cool. Denzel's pretty bang on in that. And we have American Samurai, a cheap ass DVD with of a cheap ass movie starring James Russo, William McNamara and Jeff Wincott. Now I checked this out last night, actually, because this is part of the 5 for £10 which I bought in Blockbuster. I checked this out last night. There isn't even a menu or chapter selection. It plays, you put it in, it plays all the way through to the end and then starts again. So it's a very cheap DVD. But the film looks quite fun, and it's got Francis Chu in it, or Chow, who, if you're a fan of Lost, then you will know who Francis Chow is. He is the Chinese guy who shows up on the little videos, the information videos, like the induction and stuff like that. And he's in this playing a Chinese gangster triad thingamabob. And finally, the DVDs. We have, this is from the Warner Archives. I have another Warner Archives DVD, which is the No Blade of Grass. This is one of my favourite 70s crime thrillers. It's based on a Richard Stark novel, which is the same guy who wrote the Parker novels, and this is based on one of the Parker novels, The Outfit. It is The Outfit, starring what's his name? I'm looking at his name. Robert Duvall. That's his name. Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall and Karen Black, Jordan Baker and Robert Ryan. It's a very good film. In fact, I shall show you something quickly. I have, right, that's the cover there, and on my wall, right by there, is a framed poster, and above it is something else. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic film. The only way I could get it, I did own it on a bootleg DVD. Excuse me. And this is still a bootleg of sorts. It's a on-demand disc, but this is direct from Warner Brothers. This is so it's kind of legitimate. I mean, the disc's a bit plain, and you can tell it's a DVR because the disc is you can't really see it, but the disc is purple. So, but yeah, they're the legitimate DVRs, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there we go. That is The Outfit, starring Robert Duvall, based on the Parker novel The Outfit, written by Richard Stark. Richard Stark is actually Donald E. Westlake, the famed crime novelist and screenwriter. He wrote the Parker novels under Richard Stark. Now, Parker's been played 5 times by 5 different people. It was... who was it? It was, first of all, it was Lee Marvin, who played Parker in Point Break. No, not Point Break, Point Blank. Don't get that confused. Point Blank. Then it was Robert Duvall in The Outfit. Then it was the American football player, not Fred Williamson, the other one. Ah man, what's his name? I had it on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember his name now. But he was in that Mars Attacks. He was the guy who worked as the Centurion in the casino. He played him in a film called... See, that's completely escaped my mind now. Then the fourth one was Mel Gibson in Payback, and the fifth one was actually the first film in which Parker's character had the name Parker. He was played by Jason Statham in the film directed by Taylor Hackford. So yeah, that's the DVDs. There's a lot of DVDs. This video is going to probably come in about 22 minutes. I will do a Blu-ray one as soon as I get some better light. But for now, that's the DVDs, and thank you for watching. Peace!